And you shouldn't feel any more little pricks or anything. You'll be all set. I mean, it's going to be sore, but in, like, the normal way.
That's a relief. Yeah, all right. I appreciate it.
Of course. If you see any reddening around any of your wounds when changing your bandages or feel feverish, do send a letter.
Of course.
Or stop by.
Yes, I just was getting quite uncomfortable, so I chose to. I'm glad that is not frustrating to you to have visitors without warning.
No. I mean, I do it enough, so perfectly all right. Besides, we wouldn't have wanted to leave that for another 2 days anyways.
Yes, that would have been preferable. I do appreciate it, so if there is anything I can do for you in return, just let me know. I will do my best.
Are you still curious on what it was that he did, or are we just going to leave it behind?
There's a lot of things I'm content not knowing, Sabira. You know what it is. Do I need to know?
Up to you. I mean, it's not necessary. It worked, yeah, but it's almost as if they were a part of you for a brief moment.
What do you mean, they?
I'm kind of giving away the game there, Sabira.
Sorry, I'm doing my best. You know...
What do you mean, they?
Complete.
Yeah, a souvenir.
What is that?
Green bottlefly larva.
What do you mean?
Oh, that's how you treated that. That's grim.
Wait, that was, you put that on my wound.
Like I said, a part of you for a brief moment.
Inside your arm or wherever it was you're injured.
They're like your babies now, Ayo.
Aww.
Sabir, this is not making anything better for you to say something like that. No, I don't. You can keep. Oh, I hate those.
That's fair.
You could raise them and
No!
You don't think...
No, I would cast them into the fire immediately.
That's no way to treat your children.
They are not my children.
In a way, they kind of are.
They fed off you to survive. That makes you their children. That makes you their mother.
No, they are not.
Congratulations.
Obviously, jest is occurring here, but well, look, truly, your wound was becoming infected. It was dead flesh. I cut some of it away, but I needed to make sure it didn't go fully gangrenous. Had it, well, you may not have survived. So it was a precaution. Those little bugs, green bottlefly maggots, they only feast on dead flesh. The movement and the pricks you were feeling were them ridding you of yourself dying, effectively. And then they secrete a bit of, what is it? What's a good way to put it? They basically secrete a kind of puke that also fights back against infection.
I think we can stop.
Did I go too far?
That's not a good word to put it though. Hey. Fluid.
They're not. You got them all, though, right?
Every single one of them. I put 62 in you. I just collected 62 lava.
62.
I did not.
I'll think about that. It's better than being dead or losing.
Please be quiet.
She doesn't have a knife on her, right?
I always have knives on me.
All right, I'm just gonna stand behind Sabira here.
I'm not angry at you. Sorry, I'm just shocked. I'm just shocked. Thank you for not telling me before.
I assumed. That's it.
Pretend like it never happened.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Hopefully.
She's still
never
like
have chance to
squirming.
eat that
I'm
again.
squirming. Indeed. Let's not get attacked by fish people anymore.
Well,
You can.
yeah, the chances of that are fairly slim.
I certainly hope so.
Everyone keeps saying this, but I just.
I mean, I guess you could go hit Melvin in the foyer there and he'd attack you.
He is contained, is he not?
Yeah, he's also just a fish.
Indeed.
All right. Oh, that salve. Let me grab it for you and then you'll be all set. She's going to live, everyone.
Good. Oh, don't you giggle. Like, some people have got that sort of icky. You don't blame them for being squicky. Although I imagine you don't have nothing that makes you squicky, do you?
No, not after I raised my child. When my child got an infection, I did the same thing. Except when I pulled theirs out, they wanted to eat them.
Aww. Aww.
And now you're likely to
Why
get
would you
attacked
wanna
by
do
frog
that?
people.
I'll just fish with them. Very strange. Although I suppose it stops it from being circle life sort of thing.
No, my child's just a little bit weird.
Oh, I've guessed that much from what you've said, aye. No, definitely.
I'd love to play frog people. Stop.
I'm sure he'll be alright.
I hope so.
Isn't the best place for it? Aye.
Also, I need to find a letter for you, Granny. Thea would like you to take a look at something, and it is, well, far beyond me.
Oh. Okay.
See, scream Io. Bring us Io, the mother of flies. No! Stop!
Not at all.
Stop it! Oh my goodness. Stop it.
Here.
wee looky.
Did you send me two letters?
I think I sent you one yesterday.
Ah.
And then one tonight.
How are Zavul and Lycia?
Zavul is still resting. He is not awoken yet. And Lycia is, well, she's alright for the most part.
Still jumping at shadows?
Somewhat, yes.
Has she been sleeping at all?
I believe so. Kenny, do you know if she's been sleeping? Or has she been awake late at night?
Carrie's been there.
I've been going to bed earlier, so I'm not sure.
Oh, hell.
If either need attention, you need only call. And I'll
It is.
leave the jar of maggots at home.
Right.
How are you on?
Well, thank you.
How are you on mercy killing?
We can, we'll leave you to it. I appreciate the help.
Wouldn't want to leave without these.
Is this another one to take just a small
To
amount
answer your
of?
question, it's a reality that has to happen.
Once the wound has finally, closed and scabbed over, start applying that daily. And yeah, just a dab. Once it runs out, it runs out. You shouldn't have to worry about it anymore. It'll just help accelerate the healing a little bit.
All right. Thank you.
Nothing tricksy about it, it's almost just a lotion.
Very well. Thank you.
Of course. And Sabira, I'm sorry, there was something you wanted?
Perhaps another time. It's alright.
Oh. I'll send one in the mail.
Thank you. It is most appreciated.
So, you heard about the other thing, the other creatures
Oh, sorry,
around
I'll
the
walk you out.
tower.
Oh, it's alright.
Apparently they're called the Shaitan.
Yes, I don't know if I'll be able to get out.
And
No, I haven't gone
much
towards
guide.
where Shaitan's tower is yet.
no, but I know you've been told a bit about him
Thank you.
having friends. They're other creations.
Yes.
So, Doric. Doric
be very good at
might
spreading
be turning into
misinformation
one, and he might
without
take you
realizing.
far
I don't
down.
know why. I'm so bad at remembering where this tower
I
is.
had to kill them.
Situation.
What
I have to remember
The later
next to that lake. I just,
Well, Theo
every time I've come here, I've been led here.
Seems like the
Looking
operator-
into
I don't think I've ever come here on my own. Not once.
And
Seems so.
basically, the poor soul's
Okay, I
been.
guess
You know,
It's just
got
funny,
loads
that's all.
of canisters and
Because I believe
tuber
you
and
had something to
weirdness
tell
inside
myself.
because it's been
So,
experimented by
there's kind of
Shaitan.
two ways to do
I
it.
think like 3 things.
And
Right that way is the volcano. You can't see it
And
because
the
there's
upper one.
I can see the
what I
top
can
of
only
it.
describe as fog as thick as a snail.
similar to the James and Shaitan, basically.
I mean, you can kind of make it.
Yes,
out.
you can see the
Like
top.
I said, if it comes down to
Is
it,
it
and we
snail or
want
snake?
mercy on Doric, and we can't
Snail.
feel it. Well,
That said,
push us back through a brain.
if you wish to travel by land and not deal with that
then you just make
waterfall,
sure it can't come back.
if you head across the way, there is a Wolf Run, I believe it's
Yes,
called.
we came from
Directly
Wolf Run
that
today.
We should probably travel via the volcano waterfall from now on to get to Kinrin's
Yes.
place. I believe it would be faster.
It might be faster, but it's very dangerous. Ma, have you ever climbed down the waterfall?
No, I usually summon a giant bat to carry me. like a
Oh,
little princess.
right, of course. Yes.
Princess
Well, if
Noah,
you
then
try and
That's
climb down the waterfall, there is a great deal of overhangs concealed by the water, and it's very easy to slip and fall. It's quite a disaster.
Yes, it's I was going to say it risks the breakage of everything.
Indeed.
Maybe I can task myself and Carrion if we can manage to maybe put up some elevators or something.
It's far easier going up than it is going down, ironically.
That it is, yes.
Although, are you sure with your experience with the elevator earlier?
I don't know what you
Just someone
refer
doing
to.
that. Indeed. I'm sure you don't.
Your elevator was not functioning properly. That's all it was.
Yes, that's why you had to put it up and down multiple times, and why I kept hearing screaming on the other side of the door.
Now you know some of those elevators are very finely crafted.
This one has a skull pull. I don't know.
No, I didn't make that one then.
Yes, it wasn't the good elevator.
Sorry.
However, the good elevator, we now have stairs, so it gets a lot less use, despite being the one that is less frustrating to use.
That seems about right. Tell me, how is Savul and Lycia?
I don't really know. Sabira might be able to tell you more. No one has really been awake these past few days.
Yes, it's just been myself and Ayo for the most part. Zavul is still resting, as well as Xander, and well, Lycia is up and about, but she's still, I don't know what to call it, paranoid, perhaps.
That's unfortunate to hear. Do give my regards to Savul when you see him again.
I will. I fear I haven't for a while, though.
go ahead.
How
Sorry, say that again.
I fear I haven't seen Fi for a while. How are you doing?
Well, I'm still in much better shape than most of present company, so I can't complain.
This is true. Hopefully you stay that way. I wouldn't want to see you all bandaged up.
Oh, I would be the worst patient, so for Kinrin's sake, really.
It seems Kindred knows what he is doing, no?
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
His skill, I have no doubt of. My ability to sit still and or take medicine, especially if it's bitter. Now, that is where the problem would be.
Which, actually, speaking of Io, model patient.
What? I
You
am?
were a model patient. Yes.
That's reassuring, I suppose. I felt like the part of me getting upset and squeamish at the end was less than a model.
I mean, admittedly, it's an alarming thing to know that there were creatures in you.
There were creatures in you.
Don't need to mention it further.
No, I don't need to talk about it more.
Well, now I'm curious.
I'll catch you up in a moment, but actually,
Fair enough.
I did want to ask, Io and Sabira, if... twofold. If you are at any strength in the next few days, potentially it's strength enough to aid in Xavier's plight in any way, he could certainly use it. I'll send you a letter and try to be less verbose.
Indeed.
To give you the details.
Theo has sent
Only...
a letter of sorts.
Has he? Okay.
Yes, I did tell him I would aid if I could.
Do not push yourself.
I'm not entirely sure who he spoke to at Emberfall, but Tilray and Theo were under the impression that Emberfall has effectively turned their backs on Xavier and his plight.
No, not at
That
all.
doesn't make no sense.
That's...
I'm not sure when he got that either.
Yeah, I
spoke with the man earlier today, and...
I spoke with him and I said that we had much going on and I didn't know if we would be able to help. But that we would, you know, if we were needed. It just depended on timing. Everyone's been injured or asleep.
I was going to say, luckily, I think that one got cleared up.
Good.
Yes, that's certainly not the case at all. It's just everything with Xavier happened at the same time as everything happened at Emberfall. And I had to put my focus somewhere. And it had to be with my people.
Fair enough.
A choice any of us would make. That said, I'll send you a key, but if every now and then you wouldn't mind visiting and telling a story or something to Ronan, it helps.
All right. I can do my best.
That's it. That's the favor.
Very well.
Can he hear us in there?
If you put your hand on the glass and speak, yes, somewhat, he should be able to hear you.
Also, you won't be able to send a key. I've tried sending keys in the post. It doesn't work. For some reason.
Thank you. So many keys.
Problem solved.
Indeed.
But won't keep you.
Won't keep me? Sorry, that was terrible. Yes, we can get going.
I shouldn't kick the wounded woman, right?
No!
Don't kick the wounded woman.
Don't kick me.
No. It's good her humor's coming back.
You've done that before, and I went flying farther than I thought was possible.
Big thigh.
Ma, are you concluded with your business, or are you able to lead us back?
I believe I have a little bit of business here with Kinman, but did you need an escort back?
No, we can find our way. We'll be fine.
All right. Do you have enough money for the carriage?
I
Do you
have.
know who we live with?
I should. Well, I don't carry around much money because it's heavy. I'm not as strong as
I
you,
do.
Spirit.
If they're going to keep doing that, I'm going to take it. It belongs to me now. It's not theirs anymore, it's mine.
Take care of you.
What do you mean? Whose money?
They're going to sit there and be greedy and be well. It's always good to see you all.
Let's take care.
Be safe.
What? If they're going to be greedy and, you know.
Who's being greedy? I'm so confused.
Do you not? Oh my goodness.
What?
We
What?
have so much gold, it's insane. It's
Yes, I know.
unimaginable.
I have been keeping the coffers filled because Xander has contracts and the Band of the Owl comes knocking. And I
Oh dear.
also needed to pay Ronan. I did pay him, but... And I plan to possibly pay Xavier.
See, well, it belongs to us now.
What do
We
you...
are Emberful. What's theirs is ours. It's our money.
Yes, but...
I'm sorry for not telling you about the bugs.
No, I prefer that you did not. I would not have willingly accepted them.
Yes, that's why I figured it's better that you did not know so that you could heal in time.
Yes, I appreciate it. I just wish I'd never known. I said there's many things I would just rather not... I would just rather not know.
Yes. I wanted to tell Kindren and Fi a little more, but I also do not like prying ears whom I do not know to know about
Yes,
the
and-
injuries of our...
And prying ears were just sitting there doing nothing but laughing at every other word we said,
Yes.
so even less so.
I don't know. So you said Xander and that woman do not get along. But I don't
No,
think you told...
I do not know the most of it, but they both speak in ways that do not suit one another. He
I
views her
see.
as disrespectful and vice versa. So, and you know how Xander gets with things like that.
Yes, this is true. I mean, I feel like I have to slightly agree with him in some parts, though.
Sure, I have found her increasingly grating with many interactions. But aside from that, Xander and I once got into quite the argument because, well, everyone was sort of at Emberfall and I had let her know and she was sort of a guest of mine and he threw her out. Listen, I don't remember everything and it doesn't really matter.
But what I was trying to tell you in there, too, is that I feel like Ronan is in good hands with Kinrin.
Oh, I have no doubt. I still feel bad.
As do I. He was pushing himself greatly during the fight.
Indeed.
Ronan is a contract to who? Himself or?
I am not sure. I know that he was contracted by Fine Kinran, I believe.
But he is not
So-
a part of anyone.
I am not certain. I think if he was a part of any clan, it's likely Kinrin's. I'm not sure.
Ah, I see.
But I was hiring him as a bodyguard. Ever since we heard that Pythagoras might be trying to take me as sacrifice.
Well, I'm glad that he did not, even though I don't know where he is.
Well,
Or who he is. Matter.
over this past week, there's been multiple times I have peered into the crystal ball and it's revealed to me only my name and his
I see.
in all the land. So he still stirs somewhere. It's pretty cool. It's super slowed down over the last couple weeks, though. I'm hoping it'll pick up here soon. The PvE thing makes you unsure? What do you mean by that?
Well, the reason why I was going to ask is because do you think he would fit among us? Our people?
No, it's player versus player. I mean, I think a lot of people could. I wouldn't mind him around. But that would be up to him.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's not focused that way, like there's rules and stuff. I think that's probably because they don't really care about what sort of clientele they get through the server list, you know? It's a roleplay server, so...
I'm quite curious. Do you think we can find the person that's been looming around the volcano?
I have no idea.
Maybe if we take a different way to go home, instead of straight across the river.
Perhaps. I tend to go... I do alternate, whether I go across the water or go around the edges. I usually don't take the upper road, though, except for when leaving by camel, since they are up there.
Oh, you don't want to make friends with the imps?
No, I do ride past them on the camels. That's what I say.
You're back again. Keep yourself safe.
Yeah, well, I think the server needs more conflict roleplay. I would love to see it.
I'm trying to think where Ma would have spotted this person.
I have no idea.
Because Carcosa is there.
Yes. This is probably, you cannot climb this. Oh. I can climb this. I can climb this. Oh, I think this map is awesome. Well, I can climb this, I'm just having difficulty. Listen, just so long as Kinrin isn't here to shout at me for doing so. We did have a lot of players for a while, but honestly, once everyone's established, it doesn't matter as much. Oh, there, you made it up.
I did, yes.
Yes, there's quite a few places you can be up along the edge and not really be noticed. I mean, someone you
Yes.
could build an entire castle in this space right here if you wished to. Although this is not much of a road here. Oh, I see. Yes,
No.
this is just an isolated shelf almost right here.
Yes.
Never realized it. I'm not sure what we would do if we did find someone lurking about. I suppose attempt to question them. But is it something
Yes,
we
you
wish to risk if they flee and refuse to stop? To
If
strike
they've
them?
refused, I'm going to strike, yes.
But it is something that could be seen as an aggression against some other group. Could start a war and we're not equipped to handle such a thing. That's why I ask.
Why do you have to be so logical for Ayo?
I am the emissary of House
This is-
Eclipse. I think that is my job.
Ah, but it would be so much more fun to slash them. Give them a little scare. We don't have to kill them or nothing.
Well, I think in this case, it is the killing that would be less risky than merely hurting. What is...
Oh, I made it.
Oh, alright. Oh, it's horrible. I hate it.
What? No, I can attract butterflies.
Okay, yeah. Just there's giant maggot worm things. I dislike them.
I know. But I attract butterflies in there, and for some reason, the types of butterflies that I attract, it's like they give you kisses of life.
I
To
see.
make you feel.
Man, my throat is hurting bad. I am worried. At least I have tomorrow. My goodness. The emissary has spoken.
Now I feel like I have to show you so that you believe me.
Show you what?
The butterflies. They follow you around, and it's so beautiful.
Is it like the butterfly orbs?
Do they follow you?
They do, but it's an orb you break open and they follow you. I don't think they have any effect other than it's fascinating, though.
Oh. Well, then I guess in a sense, yes, except that they give you kisses of life. A little bit more special treatment, perhaps.
Are you trying to say emergency?
I'm worried about when Mo said later, how much later he meant to help with Icea.
I have no idea. I will not be... In fact, I should be going to sleep now. Yes, I need to. I'm not feeling entirely well. These wounds have made me weary. What?
You're going to leave me.
I don't wish to. But I must.
I understand. You don't have the wounds to heal, but Are you more comfortable sleeping in here still? I went to go knock on your room the other day and dust started to fly out of the door.
Like I said, I have a lot of projects here, and sometimes it's easier to be able to check on them. That is all. What?
Right. I don't believe you, but
What do you mean? Have you seen how much compost I have been able to make? That's not the only thing I work
yes.
on.
I know. I understand, but I'm not going to pry since you are tired. But I am here whenever you do feel like you want to talk about it. Good night, Ayo.
Good night.